Hello guys, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we will learn science. I'm gonna to start from class 8 very first chapter, and that is cell. So by hearing the word cell, what comes into your mind? Tell me. Oh, you there, that cell battery which we are using in electricity, or the cell phone right now you are using. This comes to your mind. No. Here the cell is not this cell phone or cell battery. Here the cell we are going to study is the biological term. So let's start our chapter cell. So tell me, what is this cell? This cell is a basic unit in all living organisms. All the living beings, all the living organisms are made up of these basic units, that is from cells. So what is the definition of cell? So cell can be defined as the basic structural and functional unit of living organism. Not clear? Okay, no worries. Let me give you one example so that you can understand better. You all are living in a house, and this house is made up from different rooms, and these rooms are made from walls, and these walls are made from the bricks. So brick is a basic unit in the formation of house. Same is true about living organisms also. So cells are the basic unit, as you already know now. So these group of cells forms a tissue, and these groups of tissues form organ. As in human beings, we know that there are several type of organs: internal organs, external organs. So these organs are made up from tissues, and these organs collaborate to form organ system. Like in our body, there is a several organ system: digestive system, respiratory system, and many more. From these organ system, a organism is formed. Now you understand what is this cell. So cell is a basic unit of life. Okay. Then who discovered cell? Do you know who discovered cell? So discovery of cell is done by the famous scientist Robert Hooke. So first he saw cell through his self-designed microscope in year 1665. So here is a quick recapitulation what we have learned till now about cell, its definition, one example of how to understand the cell, and discovery of cell. Okay, now we will study about the variations in cells due to cell number, due to cell shape, and uh, many more. So first of all, we learn about the variations in cell number. You can see here that amoeba and earthworm both are different in shape. So these shapes and size, look at amoeba and earthworm, both are different in size, and it's due to the number of cells present in these organisms. This difference is due to number of cells. On the basis of this cell number, we can divide living organisms into two categories. One is unicellular, another one is multicellular. First of all, look at these unicellular organisms. Uni means one, cellular, having cells. So unicellular are the organisms having single cell. Examples are Euglena, amoeba. Multicellular, on the other hand, multicellular. Multi means many, cellular having cells. So multicellars are the organisms having many cells present in their body. Example, human being, animals. These are the examples of multicellular organisms. So in unicellular, there is a single cell. So single cell is responsible for all the activities performed within the body only single cell. So in their body single cell is there, so all the activities are performed by single cell. Next is multicellular. Multicellular having more than one cell. So each cell in multicellular organisms have a special function. So all the cells in multicellular organisms are specialized. So understood the difference between the unicellular and multicellular organisms. We human beings are the examples of multicellular organisms. Have you ever seen unicellular organisms? No? Okay, let me show you the unicellular organisms. Example we have already read about is amoeba, paramecium, euglena. Here pictures of euglena, amoeba and paramecium is displayed on the screen. You can see these are the unicellular organisms. These can't be seen with the naked eye, guys. To see them, we need a special instrument called microscope. Only with the help of microscope, these unicellular organisms can be seen. Next is variation in cell shape. First we have studied about the variation in cell number. Now we will study about the variation in cell shape. Shape of cell may be any. It may be oval, maybe spherical, maybe square, maybe cuboidal, polygon or fiber like. So different organisms, even different organs can have a different shape. Here I am giving you example of a nerve cell. You can see I have drawn this nerve cell. So nerve cell has to transmit nerve impulses to organs located in different parts of the body. So nerve cell possess fiber like structure, you can see. And one more interesting fact about nerve cell is that it is the longest cell present in our human body. Here you can see. Later in higher classes you will come to know in detail about its structure and function. So in class 8 this is all about the nerve cell. So now we will talk about the variation in cell size. So cell size may vary. It may be small, it may be large, maybe of any size. So let's talk about the smallest cell. Do you know that smallest cell in the living world is PPLO, or it is also known as mycoplasma? What is the full form of PPLO? It's pleuropneumonia like organisms. Its size is zero point 0.1 micron in diameter. Do you know what is micron? Micron is a unit to measure distance. So meter, have you heard about meter? No? So 1 micron is equal to 10 raised power minus 6 meter. Minus 6 means 1 upon 1000000 means which is 0.0000001 meter, so small in diameter. And now let's talk about largest cell. Largest cell is the ostrich egg. So its diameter is 170 millimeter. And one interesting fact is that lifespan of red blood cells RBCs is about 120 days only. So hope you understand it. If you have any query related to anything, you can comment in comment box and I'll definitely answer them.